we started this whole series of message from the 10 commandments, the full 10. The 10 commandments of the full 10 commandments of YAHUAH is the righteousness of YAHUAH in this arat. And when you want to live in the kingdom that is the kingdom of YAHUAH that is right now in this arat, you must use the righteousness, which is the 10 commandments, and the other laws that YAHUAH gave to Moshe, the other laws that YAHUAH gave Moshe to give to us in the kingdom. We must focus on them. Even our Messiah Yahushua, he used the commandment on this arat when he was here in this arat. He make us understand that there is no other way out. It's the commandment that you will live by. The commandment of YAHUAH is what you will live by. There's no other way out. It's the commandment of YAHUAH that you will live by, nothing else. When you live by the commandment of YAHUAH, the commandment of YAHUAH will guide you in all your directions, in all your ways in this arat. Yes. It will guide you in all directions. Let's start by reading the second commandment so that you will know and understand. Because the scripture says, my people are being destroyed for the lack of knowledge. It's the lack of knowledge that is destroying people. Yes. The lack of the knowledge of YAHUAH Daba. The Daba of YAHUAH, which is the 10 commandments. Shemot chapter 20. Shemot is one they translate to Exodus. Shemot chapter 20 verse 4 to 6 is the second commandment of YAHUAH. Verse 1 to 3 is the first commandment. Then verse 4 to 6 is the second commandment of YAHUAH. Let's look into it. It says, you must not make for yourself an idol of any kind or an image of anything in the Shamaim or on the Arat, which is the Shamaim, which the Shamaim is what the evil system translate to heaven. Then the Arat is what they translate to earth. Then on the Yam is what they translate to sea. So let's come again. He said, you must not make for yourself an idol of any kind. An idol of any kind. No kind of idol at all. You must not make for yourself an idol of any kind or an image of anything in the Shamaim or on the Arat or on the Yam. Verse 5, he said, you must not bow down to them or worship them, for I, YAHUAH, your Yahuwah, I am a jealous Yahuwah, who will not tolerate your affection for any other mighty ones. He will not tolerate your affection for anything that you want to use in replacing the mighty hands of YAHUAH in your life, the mightiness of YAHUAH in your life. He will not tolerate any affection to anything, any idol. YAHUAH said, will not tolerate your affection to any idol. Nothing, no image. Even money. He will not tolerate your affection to money. Is a sin in the eyes of YAHUAH. Because Yahushua told us, he said, you cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve YAHUAH and serve Mammon, which is money. He said, you must not bow down to them, to the images. Let me read again. He said, you must not make for yourself an idol of any kind or an image of anything in the Shamaim or on the Arat or in the Yam, which they translate to sea. You must not bow down to them or worship them, for I, YAHUAH, your Yahuwah, I am a jealous Yahuwah, who will not tolerate your affection for other mighty ones and idol deities. I lay the sins of the parents upon the children. The entire family is affected, even the children in the third and fourth generation of those who reject me. Now YAHUAH is telling you now that if you reject him, the creator, now that the word that you are hearing him now, maybe you have not known him before, yes, okay, no problem, but now you are hearing the creator's name in your heart now. You know that this is the creator, YAHUAH. And when you reject him now, he said, we lay the curse upon your generations to come. Not the Lord and God that people are calling. No, those are evil names, man-made. Lord and God are man-made names. Those are one of the idols that you need to give going, as in you need to do away with from your life. Those names, Lord and God, those are images that you need to do away with in your life. Do away with them. Put them to naught. Put them to nothing in your life. When you recognize them as your mighty one, YAHUAH said, let me read again. He said, you must not bow down to them, to those Lord and God and Jesus and Christ that they are calling. You must not bow down to them. He said, for you must not bow down to them or worship them. For I, YAHUAH, your Yahuwah, I am a jealous Yahuwah, who will not tolerate your affection for other mighty ones and idols and idol deities. He said, I lay the sin of the parents upon the children. The entire family is affected, even the children in the third and fourth generations of those who reject me. Verse 6, he said, but I lavish unfailing love on 1,000 generations on those who love me and obey my commandments. He said, YAHUAH now saying, he will lavish unfailing love on those who love him and obey his commandments. Obey YAHUAH's commandment from this day by keeping the commandment of YAHUAH, the way YAHUAH has programmed me to give to you, the 10 commandments. He said, I will lavish unfailing love for 1,000 generations on those who love me and obey my commandments. A lot of people say, but YAHUAH called Abraham from the idea he was worshiping idol. He did not obey YAHUAH commandment. No! Abraham, if you know the history of Abraham, you will understand that he loved YAHUAH first before YAHUAH called him. He first of all detests the idols. Abraham detests the idols. It's because they took it out of the Bible that's in your hand. That's why this evil concocted Bible that they missed the truth, and they took out the name of YAHUAH, the creator of life. That they put their man-made names, which they call Lord and God and Jesus and Christ. When you know this truth today, you will know that Abraham first of all loved YAHUAH before YAHUAH called him to be his chosen one. And let's see the details today. Let's look at the book of Yubalim. Yubalim is the one they translate to Jubilee. Yubalim chapter 12 verse 1 to 14. This is the account of how Abraham loved YAHUAH with all his life, his soul, and his mind. He detests the idols. That is the reason why YAHUAH called him to become his servant, to become his chosen nation. Todaraba YAHUAH. Ba Hasham Yahusha. Yubalim chapter 12